Can you see the self-driving truck here? I just wanted to finish up. Raise your hand if you can see the self-driving truck. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right. We didn't really, Tom went right into programming as I wanted him to do, but I just wanted to revisit this real quick, where we got to on self-driving vehicles and stuff, and we talked about one of the big disruptors is going to be the truck industry. But we really didn't get into the 5 levels of automation. I just want to mention this. I'm going to be real quick. Then we're going to get back to Minecraft and programming and that. All right. So let's just take a few minutes at the beginning. A reminder that we do not have webinars next Monday and Wednesday. We do have Wednesday, but we do not during Thanksgiving week. Everybody's traveling and whatnot. Okay. These first 5 levels should be make sense to everybody. No automation, driver's assistance, some driver modes. You are now getting, you're seeing that level of assistance and partial automation as well. You're starting to see that partial automation start to kick in, that level 2. But you're still human drivers. They're just correcting if the human does something dumb. Level 3, and there's an argument Cadillac's already reached this on main highways. What that happens is it can handle not only steering, acceleration, and deacceleration, which really isn't a word. Acceleration goes one word, but that was it for slow down. Monitor of the driving environment. You know, it's still counting on a human mode. But this really allows you, the car's monitoring the environment, so the Cadillac one goes down highways now. You still have to keep your hands on there. They watch. You can't read a book. You can't be paying attention. It still requires automation when it fails. When you get to high automation, not just conditional automation, that's step 4, you don't need a human for a fallback, which is pretty wild. And you kids will be driving in cars that will do a lot of this stuff for us. Will your children even be driving? So then you get to full automation, and that's all 4 of the modes. That should hit probably when some of you are in college. You should start to see vehicles that are full automation. Don't be surprised if it's not trucks. There's a lot of and what's driving it isn't they want to pay truck drivers. They can't get enough truck drivers. And the negative effect is that they're going to go from not enough truck drivers to automating it and losing a lot of truck drivers would be the fear. Okay, now, what kind of equipment goes into this? You have radar, all right, for adaptive cruise. It's good for location and speed. Then ultrasound, we use that for parking. Some use short range radar too. So here's a radar and ultrasound for backing up. Cameras for keeping the lanes and backing up assistance. They can see white lights. They can pick all that up. And then you use GPS navigational aids. And then LiDAR. It's a combination of you emit a laser and receive it back as it creates a map as it's driving down. So LiDAR is really the big secret sauce and all that. So any questions on that? All right. Then we talked about Cadillac's got a super cruise out there. It's adaptive cruise control, lane centering, uses camera and other sensors to automatically brake, steer, and brake and driving. So keep your hand on the wheel, but it'll drive down the main highway with you. Now the next one I wanted to show you that drives home all this is a flying car. All right. And this is just, it came out today, or it was announced yesterday and today. I knew Dubai was going to do this, but Uber and NASA is trying to get to Los Angeles in 2020. Folks, it's almost 2018. That to me is mind-blowing. They think they can move that fast, but here we go. Launched a service in Dallas and LA. So, Uber Air by 2028. NASA's helping with this. All right, so this is coming much faster than I think anybody's thought it would. All right. Oh, let's get out of that. We don't need that, no. Well, let's shrink this down, folks. All right. Okay. Flying cars are dumb. Why do you say that, Luke? I know Luke gave a counter argument saying, nah, these are dumb. I'm kind of surprised. Yes. We have planes. Yeah, but Luke, planes can't land on a street. Let's go through some of these. Cayman, all right, hang on. Go ahead, Cayman. Yes.
Okay, so there is, or my grandpa has, I mean, it's pretty expensive, but it's a Chevrolet. It's the newest Suburban. Actually,
Right.
they had this in 2016, which has lane assist, cruise control, all that stuff.
Right.
So Cadillac isn't the only one. It's already
No,
out
they
there.
but yes, and so does Mercedes and some other ones that have some as cruise assist. It's the new level that the new the Cadillac does it.
Yeah.
So it takes it to a next shot.
Also, what Luke was saying, I don't really agree with you, but I understand your argument. They do look kind of droney.
What are we talking about?
The flying cars. They have like a vague drone aspect.
Yeah, they kind of do look like a drone. Yep.
Jets. They're like drones, but it's fine.
Hey, if it does the job, right?
Yep.
All right, let me see what Luke said. These are a bad idea. I want to see what his thought is on this. I'm going to go ahead and mute you. All right, where's Luke? Luke, I'm going to unmute you, Luke. Luke, can you talk?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Why do you think that's a dumb idea?
Well, I mean, they have their ups and downs, but I think it's kind of...
No pun intended, right?
What?
No pun intended, right?
Mm-mm.
They have their ups and downs. Flying car, sorry.
I mean, I know planes can't land in, like, streets, so I guess that's where the good stuff comes in. But, I mean, you could just kind of... The technology that we're getting now, you could probably do something to planes, I guess, or something. But I think flying cars are pretty... meh.
Well, they're calling them flying cars, and they give it that logo, but they more borrow their technology from helicopters and drones, and some fixed wings. So
Yeah.
I think what it is it will only jam up after a while, by the way, but it's a way of trying to get around the road in bad traffic areas. So that's why they're going to put them in LA and Dallas, places with a lot of wealth, and the traffic's really bad. One can argue that even doing this, unless you get massive transit, you're really not going to do a lot for the traffic. So, and also zone your houses where the buildings are so people don't have to be in the car to begin with to get where they need to be. But the thought of having to take an hour and a half every time you just want to get to the airport must be mind-numbing. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and mute you here, bud. Thank you. All right. Now, you all went on and you did, talking to Mr. Dutoy. Let me go over here. You know, whenever you walked around, you could see the ideas, numbers of where your person was. So now, today, we are, if you're middle school, you should have gotten the Raspberry Pi, the little NeoPixel LED, and then a microphone. And after Thanksgiving, we're going to go ahead and tie in our TJ Watson robot and get you hooked up to Watson or Big Blue, they used to call it. Okay? But for now, let's go ahead and try to fix this up in the next few days. It's going to use tying into the Minecraft world with your SenseHat, which is, I think, pretty cool. So, depending on where you're standing on in the Minecraft world, we're going to write a program that you're going to stand in the Minecraft world. You'll see the color on your Pi. This is a fairly sophisticated program. You may not get quite all of it yet, but it's here. We'll share the code with you when you're done. I can even upload the code later. You can try it out. All right? So I need you to make a color walk, and you can make it COLOR. I do it COLOUR in reference to that Raspberry Pis and folks that helped develop this lesson. So I'll make sure they get credit. So, if you would, start up a new program on your Raspberry Pi and type in these 3 lines of code. And we'll get set. Raise your hand once you've got to this point. Look down here while you guys are working on that. Can I talk? Yeah. Luke has a fair point. It will be more dangerous for people on the ground since they will stop it from falling down and smash people. Also could bring down buildings. What about air traffic and such? Yeah. However, they're heavily convenient. Uber was thought to be an economic flop because the idea of riding with some random people driving you around, but look where it is now. Its convenience is amazing, so why couldn't we have these flying cars? So we're getting some good questions. Looks like an Osprey. It does. Ospreys are pretty tough. Just no guns. Agreed. Well, that's Deep Blue Jr. You don't need it now. Yes, get out your SenseHats. Once we get a few more people, we'll get on to the next step of this. All right. Again, from last time, so we're going to go on and move to the next step here. From SenseHat, import SenseHat. Make sure everybody's typing out. Don't copy other stuff because, well, one, you're not going to be able to copy much. We're about to get into some new stuff, but you'll get in the habit of what you need to whenever you use the SenseHat. You're going to almost always use from SenseHat, import SenseHat. From MCPy Minecraft, import Minecraft. From time, import sleep. Remember, you have to have Minecraft running in the background. You will when we get towards the end of this. All right, then create the Sense object and a Minecraft connection. This is all off the APIs. Put everybody's hands down again. Raise them once you've gotten them. All right, some people are starting to finish up right now. Awesome. Okay. Now I need you to create some variables. These are going to identify the different blocks that you would find on Minecraft. Let's take our time when we do this. Pound blocks, grass equals 2, water equals 9, sand is 12. Raise your hand once you've got the blocks done. Okay, I've got several people still have not filled this out. If you're unable to because you're using an iPad or if you don't have your Raspberry Pi, raise your hand because we're waiting. I wait till I get a certain percentage done and then I move on. So that way I give enough people enough time, but we don't want people waiting when we can move on. A few more minutes. But these are, so far, pretty straightforward stuff they've been learning with Minecraft and Python. Nothing particularly extreme here. So anybody got questions? Hi, I like hats and the moon. Whenever I type hashtag my Raspberry, a pound symbol appears. Okay, part of that is, I wonder if you've got an English keyboard set up on yours right now, like the British. Is anybody else having that issue? Well, I'm not sure it's all that funny. There's a setup function, Catherine. We'll have to, I wonder if you're named. I'm real curious to see if you've got a problem that you're using a British. Yeah, I get that. But she's talking about, I'm assuming she's getting the British pound. Is that what you mean? Hashtag and pound together, same thing, but I think she means the British pound. Yeah, she's talking about the British pound. She's not talking about pound as we know pound. All right. I think you have a British keyboard on there. For right now, just don't put a pound sign. We'll save it for later. I'll send you the code. Keep typing it, but just don't put it in the comments. All right. If you would, I'm using colors spelled like the British do because it's their Raspberry Pi, but it would be C-O-L-O-R-S. I don't care if you do it. But here's green, there's blue, and there's yellow. Green, blue, yellow. Now it's probably grass, water, or sand is what I'm going to guess. I'll put everybody's hands down. Raise your hand when you're caught all the way up to colors. Good. We do not have webinars next week. We do not have a lab next week. Spending Thanksgiving. Eat a lot of turkey. Have a good time. Yeah, get fat. Yeah, get sleepy too. Raise your hands when you get to the colors. Give it a few more moments here. All right, let's go. We'll take a look here. All right, most everybody's up, caught. Now, you're going to do, all right, here's what's kind of cool. You're going to do dictionary mapping to each block type to a particular color. So when you say grass is green, water blue, sand yellow, and then you've dictated those. So this is called dictionary mapping, and this is kind of this is a key to value pairing. So the key here would be like key to value would be like. Do you even know what a phone book is? I'm gonna put everybody's hands down right now. How many people know what a phone book is? Okay, most people still have phone books. All right, great. So when you look up on a phone book, you get the last name and a phone number, right? You have your key and then you have your data. All right. In this case, the key is going to be this color, grass, and the data is going to be green, which in this happens to be 0250. This is also a kind of a cool math term. Do you know what 3 pieces of data like this in linear fashion is called? Does anybody here know? This is for your math trivia. Any guess? That's what I like about teaching. You're always learning new things. I think I'd seen this once before, but I'd forgotten it. It's called a tuple. T-U-P-L-E. And this is a 3-tuple, 3-dash tuple, because there's 3 pieces of data here. 0, 255, 0. 0, 0, 255. These are all tuples. Okay? Pretty, pull that one on a trivia question. Drive your math teacher nuts with that question. All right? So go ahead, raise your hand once you've got it done. So this is a different kind of mapping. It's called dictionary mapping. All right. Raise your hand once you've got that. Okay. About halfway there. All right. Most everybody. Okay, so now we want to create a block since it reflects. All right, you're going to walk around this, and this is going to give you, it should start printing on the screen. Once we run this, this should print on the screen the values you're standing on. So when you stand on a green block, all right, it should come up 001 or 0, comma 255 0. All right, so we're going to write this code. X, Y, and Z get the player's position. Block, get the block. X in front, below the Y, position of the player, and the Z axis. And then we're going to use colors, block, based on that value. Print the color, sleep a second. All right. All right. And we're going to be using this to create a block on the SenseHat down the road so you can see color is. Right now, we're just going to get, let's get values printing that reflects the Minecraft world. Why don't we just put it that way? That's a better way of saying it. Flex. You can go ahead, give this a name, save it, and run it. You should see, as you walk around, if you see grass, you should see 0, 255, 0. When you're on stand, you should see 255, 255, 0, and on water, 0, 0, 255, or blue. All right? It's going to take a little bit of time. I'm going to put everybody's hands on. Go ahead and get that thing rolling. This get tile position gives you both an X value, a Y value, and a Z value. All right? That gets the player's position. Then we get the blocks and their positions. Then we get the color block. This is giving us what the block type is, and then we're assigning to the colors. So if you have it running, raise your hand. Great. All right. It's awesome. You're getting it to run. What's it supposed to do? It's supposed to give you a value as you're walking through the world of, like when you step on a green grass, you should see a value of green, which I think is 0,255, 00255. No, that's blue. 0,255, 0. Is everybody else getting that? Yes, you definitely go into Minecraft. You need to be running Minecraft while you're getting this to work. Now, once we can get this, notice from a programming standpoint, we don't try to immediately get it so it immediately flashes a color on your SenseHat. We first see that we can get that we're picking up the values of the blocks are and giving them a color. Once we have that, then we're ready for the next step of this. Okay, so more people need a little more hand there. No, it's going to show up on your the monitor on your Minecraft game. Mine says X is not defined. Make sure your commas are set here. Over where it says X, Y, whoops. And also you can get into, if you get this error message, that means you stepped on a block we didn't expect. We're going to fix that in a moment. I'm going to get you something here that will help. That's not the one I want. Hang on. Bear with me 1 second. Here's all the code. We're about to add some more code to this. But X, comma, Y, Z, make sure you've got that. Make sure you got X, Y here. It's going to have this code right there. When we get done here tonight, we get this next part. We're going to stop after this next part after we collect an error. And then I'll give you the code so you can run it so you'll see that it runs, okay? But here's something to go ahead and do. If you start walking around this thing and you step on something you didn't anticipate, you're liable to get a key error 0. In other words, you step on a piece of ore or something that isn't either green, blue, right? Then it doesn't know what to do then. Remember, our code deals with green, blue, and yellow. Grass, water, and sand. Stand on anything but that, you're going to get an error message. So we need to do something. We need to catch that error. And that's what this bit of catch is there. So it's the same block color sense. All right. But else print don't know block ID sleep. In other words, this is going to say whatever the block ID is. Don't know that block. I don't have the 3 blocks you're talking about, grass, water, or sand. I don't know what it is. And that will catch the error. Okay? So here's print color giving that value out. By putting that error in there, you still have color and clear color, else don't know what it is. You can also sense the color in on the pi hat this way as well. Yeah, and in fact, when you run it, add this bit of code. Put everybody's hands on, because this will finish what we'll try to get tonight. Get this bit of code, and you'll literally, as you walk around your on the Minecraft, it will change color on your Raspberry Pi. And if it misses it, it's going to give you a message, hey, I don't know what that block is, which you then could add to it. After Thanksgiving, we're going to go away from any more of the SenseHat, most likely, to the Watson robot. And that's where we're trying to finish up. In the spring, we'll start going after serious CAD work. We'll do 3D printing and also building big foam gliders. Raise your hand once you get it. We're also going to set up, get permission from your parents. I'll explain what it is. GitHub. You're going to set up GitHub accounts down the road. And what a GitHub does, it's a place, it's a repository, I should say, for your software. And I think it's a great thing as a young person to already have an account and start making stuff. That will be impressive on job interviews and in colleges. And it's just fixed it. Mine says key error 78. There you go. Catherine got hers fixed. Good. Yeah, and it has a bunch, as Liam just says, bunch of free stuff. There's GitHub Education. Right, see, everything changes on that. I was using GitHub a lot 2 years ago. I'm going to go back and look at GitHub Education. But we'll use your Raspberry Pi. You're going to use it as part of setting up your Watson robot. Mr. McGinn here says he uses it. I know Liam uses it. I'm willing to bet several of you use it. Free to mine, certifications, very Git Kraken Pro. Wow. Thank you very much. Liam, I'm going to go ahead and take that for a second. All right. Correct. Let's go back over here. Raise your hand once you have this, folks. That's a little bit of code right there. While true. So you had the color. We just updated our while true. So this way it's got an else statement that grabs anything. If it doesn't know that color block, it says, hey, I don't know it. We also added this sense.clearColor. When you step on sand in Minecraft, your a pixel on your SenseHat should turn yellow. I don't know the color again. To sign up, Liam's telling me you just need a school email, student ID, or a list of classes from school. Thank you, Liam. All right, we've got a couple people have gotten it done. It's giving me the don't know color sign again. Not sure. Again, if you step on the wrong thing, it should fix it with this while true loop. And what we'll do is bring this code back up for you. We can sit and there it is. There it is right here. That other code is for a more advanced prod, which I'm not sure we're going to get to with you guys. But here it is. I just sent it out to you as a chat just so you can send it all. All right. I don't know what you're doing there. I just sent you some code. Let's compare it. I've sent it out to everybody. I'll also load it up. Let me see if I can load it up here. Do this. Did you get the code, everybody? All right. It's about that time. Couple quick poll questions, just because trying to collect that all the time. How'd you like the last lab you did? Saturday's lab was flying drones, so everybody got to fly drones. They also got to put it together, the robots. I know Thursday lab's finishing up their LED lamps, but they'll meet some more, so you get caught up. All right, 8% voted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here's the results. Lab is great or good? All right, great. We'll take that. On results. How'd you enjoy the webinar? We're at 70%. We're about out of time here, guys. Quick vote. All right, we got 50-50. Close the poll, share results. Yeah, it was great. It was okay. All right, well, we're going to go on to new things. Hopefully we can make more enjoyable labs for everybody. Nobody said it was terrible, at least I guess we can say that. All right, you all have a good evening. I think some of you may be watching the Panther games, or you don't really even care. Tom the Toy will be talking to you all this week. If I don't talk to you Wednesday, have a great Turkey Day, all right? You all take care. Bye-bye.